And you talked about, right, you've had some of your designers say, hey, this is great, this tool is great. Now can I use it to go broadcast to hundreds or thousands of people? And no, and we designed that intentionally because it still is, that relationship, and it has to be authentic in that sense, right? Because people see through it, right? They want to have that relationship. We talk about it being a kneecap to kneecap, belly to belly business. That may have changed during the pandemic a little bit, but it still allows for, that personal relationship and that type of identity, which I think is a big, it'll always be in the DNA of direct sales, is having that and establishing that relationship.
Yeah. And even when you talk about, things changing during the pandemic, yes, but no. Our
Yeah,
need for human connection has gone through the
increase,
roof. And
right?
so it's about us finding creative ways. I would much rather be with you in person than be via
Right.
Zoom. But I would much rather be via Zoom and have our cameras on and me be able to see your background and see your face than even talking on a phone, or via text. And so I think it's about still leveraging technology, leveraging tools to still get close to each other. That's the other beautiful thing, is that once upon a time, 20, 30 years ago, network marketing was like the epicenter of an earthquake. Your team and your ability to build radiated from where you were out. And now it doesn't. Now it's anywhere. I can live in Utah, I can live in Newport Beach, I can live in South Dakota, and I can have team members all over the place, many of whom I've never sat in person with, but who I know what they look like. I know who their children are. I know what their schedule is like. I know what they do in their other jobs, because technology allows us to have PMs and chats and Zoom calls. And so there just is no excuse, including a pandemic, for us to be disconnected as network marketers. In fact, I think this is kind of our moment.
No,
I
and I
can tell you
agree.
that April of last year, 2020, when people were in the heart of the outbreak, April 2020 was the highest recruiting month ever at Chalk Couture, because I think people were looking back at what's important, what do I have time to focus on, what can I control when the world feels out of control. What can I control? And it's also, I can control my life, I can control my time, and I want to beautify my home. And of course, we're a home decor company, so
Spending
everybody
much
wanted to
more time
renovate their
in home,
space.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, and I also think people were looking as well, saying, "Hey, how can I supplement my income? How can I add to this in that time?" And so I think it makes a ton of sense. And I think at the time, mid March, everyone was kind of like, "Oh, what is going to happen?" But really, I think it's allowed direct sales to shine and really show what a great and unique opportunity it is